Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do my yearly favorites because I have a lot of products that I want to mention to you guys. I love these products and I recommend them. So I'm going to start off with my favorite foundations of the year, and the first one I don't have with me because I completely ran out and I don't have the bottle, but it is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. I love that foundation. I wear that one more on like a daily basis. It gives you just like a really flawless finish, and it does, even out your pores, and it just looks really good in person. And the other one that is more of a full coverage is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. Those two drugstore foundations, I have to say, are very comparable to any of the higher end foundations that I have used, if not even better than a lot of foundations that I have. So yeah, I recommend those two, and I don't have them because I am out of them and I need to repurchase them. Honestly, I have to do like a repurchase video because I have to repurchase a lot of things. So the first foundation that I have here that I am almost completely out of, the two shades that I use the most, is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. And right now it's the foundation that I'm wearing on my skin right now. I love it. It makes me look flawless, airbrushed, HD. It just evens out your skin tone like so well, and I love the fact that it looks amazing on both camera and in person. This is just a perfect foundation, and I don't ever see myself not using this. It is so creamy and blendable, and it's buildable. You can do like a very light layer for like a light foundation type of day, or you can build it up like I did today. Today I am wearing it a lot more built up than I normally do. It's perfect for, when you want to look really nice and flawless. This next foundation was a 2017 release, the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. Now this foundation did come out in 2017, and I love this. This foundation is more of a heavier matte finish formula, and it is a full coverage foundation. So I would say this is perfect for like special occasions. This Laura Mercier foundation and the Ultra HD are my two most worn foundations on camera, just because they give me that flawless look that I want to have on videos. So yeah, those are the two foundations that I wear on camera. And the Matte in Poreless by Maybelline, I like to wear like on a daily basis. Something that I wear in the summer like all the time is the It Cosmetics CC Cream. Now this, I feel like it's such an underrated product. This is an amazing product for the summer, and it's got an SPF of 50. It's amazing. And it's color correcting, and it is, like it says, full coverage cream, and I love it because it's so hydrating on the skin. It gives you that really soft and healthy look to the skin, but it is like a medium to full coverage. So I just love that I can look really flawless and healthy and glowy, but I still get the benefit of the SPF, and I get a full coverage, And what I love most about it is that you can't really feel it on the skin. Now, my favorite primers, honestly, have remained the same. I was not even going to mention them because I'm pretty sure I mentioned them last year. But I have to tell you guys, the Hourglass Mineral Veil primer is amazing. This is what I wear all throughout the year, actually. I wear it during the summer, the winter, the fall, the spring. I've worn this in humid weather. I've worn it in dry weather. It's amazing, and it makes your makeup last like no other primer I have ever used. And let me just say, I have put it to the test in tropical weather, and it is amazing. It's very, very I don't know, it just really holds up and doesn't let your foundation break apart. And it's just the best primer I have ever used. Befit Porefessional, and this is a pore minimizing balm. I love this. You can wear this alone or with your foundation. What I would do is I would apply the Hourglass Mineral Veil and then the Pore Minimizer by Befit, the Porefessional on top, and I just press it into my cheek area, and it just makes your pores disappear and you look flawless. And also, if you're just at home but you want to look a little bit more put together, I guess you could say, I would just apply a thin layer all over your face. I said I only had 2 face primers, but I was wrong. So every time you place an order with MAC, you get the choice of 2 sample sizes. And I always do the same ones. I always do the MAC Prep and Prime Radiance base. This is so amazing for the winter. If you have dry skin and you want something that's a little bit more hydrating and radiant as a primer, you need to purchase this. Or, if you ever make an order online at maccosmetics.com, you can choose this as one of your samples. I would definitely recommend that you try it out. That's how I discovered it. But I haven't bought the full size just because I have seriously about 5 of these bottles still. So I don't see the point of buying a full size yet. I am wearing it today actually underneath my foundation. And I just love how it looks. I feel like I look really healthy and radiant, but I look very flawless as well. So yeah, I feel like in combination with the Ultra HD, it looks amazing, and I really love that MAC Radiance base. Okay, so the next few products are concealers. So before I mention my other concealer, I have to say, I agree with the rest of the yearly favorites. The Tarte Shape Tape Concealer is amazing. I love this concealer. It is so blendable, full coverage, and I don't apply it right underneath this area like I've said before. What I do is I apply it from here on down, and I take it up because this is a little bit too heavy. So I feel like whenever I wear it right underneath here, it creases. So yeah, what I've been doing is I will take this from this little section on down. So I don't apply it right under here. So I love using that for, just to get that overall flawless appearance to these cheek area and the forehead. But then, like, right underneath the eye area, I love this concealer. And this was something that I started using in 2017. I don't know when it came out, but yeah, it's amazing. And no surprise, it's from the Ultra HD line that they carry. And this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer. This concealer is not like super full coverage. It's like more, I would say, like medium coverage, but it's so blendable and hydrating for the under eye area. I love it. Every time I wear this, I don't get any creasing at all. Like, I just set it with, whatever powder I'm going to use that day, usually a loose powder. I set it with that and I'm good. It does not crease at all. And this one I do apply like right underneath the eye area. Like I said, another concealer that I discovered that I like more for spot concealing is the Benefit Boing concealer. So yeah, it's, as you can see, it's in the little pot, and I love this concealer for spot concealing if I'm not going to wear any foundation, because it covers like my sun damage spots, and like if I have a blemish or something, this is really creamy and it just melts right into your skin. So yeah, this is reformulated. This concealer was reformulated, and this is like their new packaging. Pretty sure this came out in 2017 as well. Now, one of my favorite highlighters is in liquid form, and oh my gosh, I love this highlighter so much, and it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, what is this, liquid glow in perla. This is such a pretty golden highlight. I love gold highlighters. They look really nice on my skin. And yeah, I love wearing this alone. But if I want like an extra highlights effect, I will apply a powder highlighter on top. The Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I love this stuff, especially right now that it's winter. It just gives me that extra hydration for when I go in and apply my foundation. So what I will usually do if I'm going to use this is I spray my whole face with this, and then I just like wait like 3-4 minutes, and then I will go in with my regular primers that I use. And I know it seems like a lot of steps to do, but it makes such a huge difference. Primer water. Now, I do have kind of an excessive amount of setting powders, but I mean, I wanted to try out new setting powders this year, or last year. So the first one is like no surprise to anyone, I'm pretty sure, and it is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I use this underneath the eye area usually. I don't like full on like bake like I see people like doing like a heavy layer, because I get like dry patches if I do, or it just looks dry on me if I do that. But I do use that to set my under eye area. If I bake, I will wet my sponge and then apply it that way. So yeah, that's one of my powders. The next one is a drugstore powder. The Maybelline Fit Me no, it's not translucent. Now this one has color to it. This is number 10 Fair Light. I think I got this shade because the next one was like a little too pinky. I would definitely recommend it if you are looking for a good drugstore translucent powder. I feel like the Airspun is really good, and I would say this is super similar when it comes to like the not consistency. I feel like it's very similar to the Airspun formula, but this one does not have that super heavy scent, like perfumey scent to it that the Airspun has, and that's why I kind of try to stay away from the Airspun one because of that more heavier scent that it has. And then I would say another, like, one of my favorite setting powders that I discovered this year is this one. And this one I'm wearing today. And it is the Born This Way Ethereal setting powder. And yeah, I love this setting powder. I use it to bake. I use it to set my whole face. It just looks really good. I mean, as you can see, you know, it just looks flawless. And it doesn't dry out my skin, which is what I really like. I feel like a lot of loose setting powders will just make you look super dry. And like you're wearing a ton of powder. Whereas this one doesn't. Yeah, I would definitely recommend the Born This Way Ethereal setting powder, and I just love the packaging as well. I discovered, so this year I was so happy because I discovered some new like drugstore highlighters. Now, I would say Sleek Cosmetics is affordable but not cheap, you know? If this palette was, I believe, like $13. This is the Sleek Cosmetics highlighting palette in Solstice. It would be perfect if it was just those two colors. But because these two other ones I don't use at all. But these two are amazing. Even though I'm wearing a ton of highlight, I'm going to apply a little bit just so you guys can see that intensity of this highlight. It's seriously like one of those blinding highlights, and I don't understand why more people don't talk about it, because, you know, if you want a blinding highlighter, this is the way to go. So yeah, as you can see, it is extremely intense. And I love those two shades because they're very soft and creamy. They almost feel like a cream, but they're not. And they just like melt right into your skin, but they look, you know, very wet-like. But yeah, that's the Solstice palette by Sleek Cosmetics. And then this next one is also a drugstore highlighter, and it is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighting powder. And this one is in molten gold. I would say this, if you want that Laura Geller Gilded Honey effect, or the Whisper of Guilt, like all those gold popular highlighters, if you can get your hands on it, I would definitely recommend this one, because this is a lot more affordable and it looks exactly the same. I mean, I want to do a video where I do half face drugstore, half face high-end, because I honestly feel like you could never tell the difference if I was, you know, wearing the high-end version of this type of highlighter. So yeah, this is the molten gold, and I am so happy they came out with a new color, which is like more of a pinky shade, because I'm definitely going to get it. Yeah, this is really, really good, and the formula definitely is really creamy and blendable. It really reminds me of the MAC and Extra Dimension type of. Now I definitely have to mention my Becca Opal highlight, because I love wearing this. I wear this a lot, and I mostly wore it in 2017, and it's just a really pretty highlighter. This is more of like a champagne type of highlighter, and it's just one of those intense highlighters that, you know, a lot of people look for. And I feel like I'm almost gonna hit pan on this because you can see like a huge dent in there, but a little bit goes a very long ways. I think Becca does some of the best highlighters. Now, if you're really into those like color shift, if you're really into like those color shift highlighters, I definitely recommend that you go check out the MAC highlighters. The extra dimension highlighters are beautiful. Like, even if it's not the like color shift ones, but you know, the formula is just amazing, and they're like about $30 or $32, something like that. But this one, just, I mean, I hope it shows the color shift, because it goes from like a yellow gold to like a pink, and it is called show gold. Now, if you're not afraid to use a loose highlighter, I would say try this out, because I mean, I don't really like loose type of products for my face, except for like obviously a setting powder. But I'm not really into like loose blushes or loose bronzers. But when I saw this highlighter on, you know, on my skin, I was like, wow, this is seriously worth it. And this is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. And when this says Diamond Glow Powder, he seriously was not joking. This will look like a diamond glowing on top of your cheekbones. This is again, Illuminati, and it is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. Now, I'm sorry if the color keeps changing, but I don't know why my lamps are not turning on. I think because we were cleaning the carpets, and I don't know, like something's just not connected the right way. But yeah, I have my window open, and I feel like the sun keeps coming in and out. But anyways, we'll move on. Now, my favorite setting spray this year was definitely well worth the money, and I love this. This is by Glam Glow. This is a Glam Glow glowsetter setting spray. Now, I don't really feel like it's glowy, like any type of glowy formula, but it does lock your makeup in place. I love how it looks. I like it because it really makes my makeup last a very long time, but it also looks very nice on my skin. It doesn't make me look dry. It doesn't make me look oily. It just makes me look flawless. Now, really quickly, I have to mention this because I don't want to forget it, and it is the Befit Precisely My Brow Twist Up Eyebrow Pencil. I discovered 2017, and I love this. I honestly have been reaching more for this one than my Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I still love my brow wigs, but I feel like this one is just a little bit easier to work with. It's really thin, like the tip is super thin as well. Even though it's a couple extra dollars more expensive, I do feel like it is an amazing eyebrow pencil. For blushes, I have to say that the blushes that I fell in love with were the Anastasia Beverly Hills blushes. This is the only like blush palette I've tried by Anastasia, but I'm seriously like thinking of buying more because this is really nice. I love how long they last. They're very blendable. They're very blendable and very pigmented. And this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Kit in Radiant. But I mean, this one could work for any skin tone actually as well. These are more brighter colors, I would say. But, you know, I just use a very light hand. But the colors are just really, really pretty. And then another blush that I fell in love with is the Too Faced Love blush in Baby Love. And I mean, first of all, I mean, if this is not the cutest packaging for a blush, I don't know what is. And I love the embossed, what do you call it? Embossing on it. It's like two little bunnies. It's just really pretty. Now, another product that I discovered and that I love is this Makeup Forever Aqua XL Color Paint. I love this base. This is the shade M10, which is black. This is so amazing if you want to do a smoky eye. And you can also use it as eyeliner. It stays in your waterline. I love it because it's waterproof. So I think that's why it lasts a lot longer in my waterline, because it's waterproof, you know. So yeah, I love this stuff. Now this next eye product is an eyeliner. So I remember, like, back in October, I went to Sephora looking for the glitter eyeliner by Urban Decay, like the more golden one. They were out of it, so, I mean, I had to get the next, you know, best thing, which was recommended to me. The Too Faced Glitter Pop Peel Off Eyeliner. And this is the Stila Magnificent Metals Liquid Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. This is the shade in Kitten Karma, and I love this. I mean, if you want a very long-lasting glitter eyeshadow, I would definitely recommend this. This is like the best eye product that I discovered. Seriously, this is like my number one, I would say. Now I do have a lot of like single eyeshadow favorites, but I think I'm just going to do a separate video like on my single eyeshadows, because that would just take forever to do. This video is long enough as it is, so I'm going to show you my two favorite palettes for the year 2017. And the first one is no surprise. I think everyone was surprised when they saw how much they loved this palette, including myself. And it is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. Honestly, like, one of the top 3 eyeshadow palettes that I own, and I would recommend it to anyone. And I mean, this is like a perfect palette to take with you, like, to travel, to, like, I don't know, just, you don't really need any other palette if you have this palette. But of course, like, you know, someone like me that loves makeup is going to have, you know, 100 other palettes. So yeah, I just love this eyeshadow palette. I've done several looks with it. The formula is very creamy, very different, and the mattes, metallics, everything are just amazing in this palette. There's like not one single eyeshadow in here that I have been like, oh my god, that eyeshadow sucks, you know? So again, the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, the most used palette, my most favorite, my most used palette is definitely the Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you do not own this palette or you have been on the fence about purchasing it, I don't know what you are doing with your life. Wait no longer and go purchase it. When I say that this is the best, it is the best. Like, I have used this eyeshadow palette so much. It's just like, sometimes I just sit there and I think about it. If only I could use my Modern Renaissance today, but then I'm like, no, Ruth, you have so many other eyeshadow palettes. Stop. You need to go use your other eyeshadow palettes. So, yeah, this is just an amazing palette. I know it has a lot of warm tones and red tones in here, and if you're not a fan of them, I would say, yeah, this is not for you. But if you love warm tones as well, and you love a good quality eyeshadow palette, I definitely recommend. Talk about is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. And this eyeshadow palette is also really good quality. Now, if you don't want warm tones and you want more neutrals and cool tones, it does have, you know, a couple warm tones, but most of it is very neutral. And I use this a lot. I love this eyeshadow palette. It's amazing quality, and they are these are very pigmented eyeshadows. Alright, so I think I'm just going to stop right here, and I will record my favorite lip products of the year in a separate video, like a separate yearly favorites, because it's just too much. I just have way too many. I hope it's not too long and overwhelming for you guys, and that you got some recommendations. Let me know down in the comment what your favorite products for 2017 were, so that I can check them out. And yeah, hopefully discover some new ones for 2018. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!